I'm Eric, and I'm here today to make the video that I couldn't find myself, all about the Shortstache Everyday Filter by Polar Pro. Hopefully by the end of this video, I'll know for myself, and you could come along for the ride, whether or not I'm going to take this beautiful box that it came in and put it in this box and ship it right back to Adorama. So exactly why is this the video that I couldn't find? Well, I found plenty of videos telling me about the Shortstache Everyday Filter. And most of those videos spent a lot of time talking about what a pretty box it was. Okay, maybe they didn't use the word pretty. What a really nice box it was. And what a great case it came in. And ooh, the green tint around the rim of that professional filter. Everybody was going crazy about that. So I had a lot of information about how the filter looked and what kind of box it came in, but very little about what will my pictures look like when I use this filter. And I kind of felt that was the important thing if I'm getting a filter for my pictures. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. Now, to be fair, I didn't look at every video out there, so I might have missed somebody else's video giving me all the information I could hope to have found. I looked at 7 or 8 videos about the Everyday Filter. I read some articles online, and they all pretty much said the same thing, that this is a great filter. I'm going to put it on my camera every day. It's never coming off. But I needed to know whether I was going to be satisfied with it, whether I was going to like the look of my pictures. So what I did is I made sure that if I ordered it, I was going to be able to return it if it wasn't satisfactory for my purposes. So I found out that Adorama would take it back if I didn't like it. And I got it the other day, and last night I went out for a 2-hour photo walk. And I wanted a direct comparison between how a picture looked with the filter and how that same picture would look without the filter. So I was just walking around downtown. I took 2 pictures of each scene. And to the best of my ability, without using a tripod, I made the same picture with and without so that we could compare those. And I could see the difference that I was going to get in my photography if I used this filter. Kind of the thing I was hoping somebody else would have done. Again, maybe in the comments you could direct me to somebody who did this, but I didn't find anybody, and I was getting kind of frustrated hearing about how great the box was when I didn't really care how great the box was. So I'm just going to get right to it. Now, I need to say at the outset that all of these images were taken these are straight out of camera. I haven't done any post-processing on any of these. The one on the left is always the one that uses the Everyday Filter. The one on the right is always the one where I took the filter off. What I want to see as a customer, that I'm going to get with this filter, a stylized vintage appearance. And that I could get it with less post-processing. I already have a post-processing regimen that I use when I want a stylized vintage appearance. I like the film look of Maston Labs presets. I love them, especially Cinema Everyday. It's a great preset. You should look into it. If you're looking for a stylized vintage appearance or a cinematic, a film-like look, that's what I use. But I thought maybe I can improve on that by using this Everyday Filter that lots of people seem to love. Keep this in mind as we look at these images. Are we seeing, by virtue of using the filter, a stylized vintage appearance? Are we seeing subtle highlight halation or subtle slight blooming to the highlights, giving it a hint of filmic character? So here we go, 2 images. This one was on with the filter. So you can see the sky there is darker here. You can also see that it looks a little more, the color's different here than it is there, all around. So maybe there's more contrast. Maybe that's what I'm interpreting as a different color. Let me zoom in. So let's zoom in and look. I've also heard it said that with the Everyday Filter, the filmic look is a little softer. Do you see anything softer in the one on the left? Here's the exact same thing right there. Here's the wood part of the building. Wood part of the building. You know, from this distance, zoomed in like this, I don't know if I could tell a difference. Here is a night scene. So we could take a look at how the highlights are handled with the Everyday Filter on it. Do you think this adds a filmic character to the picture on the left that isn't present on the picture on the right? Pause and take a look. I'll zoom in. Take a closer look at the some of the lighting. Does this lighting here show any filmic quality, any stylized appearance of any sort? Is the light blooming? Is it any halation apparent in it? I'll go over to the right some more to look at the lights inside. Here's neither bright sunny part of the day and not a dark time of the day, something right in between here. What differences do you see? Look pretty similar, I think. I like that golden light there. Here's the last two. Obviously taken at night, marquee of a theater. Let me zoom in to some of the lights and see what you think. What your opinion is about that. By the way, I'm using Sony A7 III with the GM 24-70 2.8 on it, in case somebody was wondering. All right, so there we have it. Those are the images. Let me wrap it up. Well, what do you think? Was that helpful? I know it would have been very helpful for me. That's why I had to make this video. That's why I called it the video I couldn't find. I wanted to know how my pictures were going to look when I used this filter. So I got it, I took pictures, and I compared. I'm hoping that was helpful for you. Now, based on my experiment, what did I decide? Sadly, I decided to send it back. In fact, I sent it back yesterday. I really, really, really wanted to make this video because it's the video I couldn't find anywhere else. Thanks for sticking with me.